So, why don't we go ahead with the introduction? You know that I've had two previous sessions with your batchmates, right? Where we talked about GRMI, life there, what you guys are doing, where you all are from. So, if you all could tell me, and he said that all of you are very assorted group. You all are from different parts of the country, also different educational backgrounds. One of you is a lawyer, I believe. I'm not sure which one. So, you all want to go ahead with the introduction, so it's easier for me. Aachal, you want to go first? Just tell me a little bit about you and how you ended up at GRMI.
Okay, so my name is Aachal Jain. I am from Noida,
All right.
and I am a fresher only. I did my bachelor's in I did my bachelor's in science from Delhi University, and post that I was preparing for MBA, and I got into some of the tier three colleges, but thereafter I was suggested to GRMI by one of the alums here, and then it sounded as a good option,
Mhm.
and indeed it is. So yeah, here for my post graduation.
Okay. All right. Who wants to go next? The lawyer? Who's the lawyer here? You want to go next? All right. Tell me.
Hello, I am Sesha
Hi.
from Tamil Nadu. I did my graduation in BTech IT.
Huh.
Post that, I was preparing for UPSC. And then
Okay.
after 4 years of preparation, I got a job in banking sector.
Mm-hmm.
I worked in banking sector for 1 year. While working in the banking sector, I was exposed to this risk management, and
Okay.
it was more about the financial risk management where I did credit analysis, compliance checks, everything. So that's where I picked up interest in the risk management, and I wanted to magnify this interest. That's when I was searching PG courses in the risk management, and I wanted a crash course like the or 1 year course like that. So while I was searching GRMI, dropped out in the Google, and that's how I ended up in GRMI. And I was attracted by their transparent way and how they uh, picked up chosen all the alumni, and the way we can see all their alumni who have studied in GRMI in their websites. I contacted them. Through them, I came to know this institute, and then I ended up here.
That's so it's going to be full double jeopardy. You're a lawyer, and plus you're going to be studying risk management. That sounds doubly deadly. If you know what I mean, right? Are you the only lawyer in your batch, or how is it?
Actually, lawyer is Manu Sharma, another guy.
So
So
you're
I am
sorry,
from
you're a
IT
bank.
background.
Okay, you're a banker. So where did you study? I mean, where
So
did you work?
I worked in a City Union Bank, private
Okay.
bank, private sector bank previously,
Okay.
no, 1 year, and there I was closely working with the risk management department,
Okay.
and that's where I picked up my interest with respect to risk management, and it was a very tough decision to make since I am also running. Time is also running out for me, so I had to choose some course which is short and which upskills me with the right in the right direction, and also gives the right long term path. So that's how GRMI
That's how it happened.
I chose GRMI. Yeah.
Okay. So the conversations I had with your batchmates earlier, there was someone from Bihar. Some of y'all were struggling with the food. Some of y'all were struggling with the accommodation. How are you managing? Do you get like Tamilian food? Do you get local food at all in Gurgaon? How are you managing your stay and your khana pina? And is it tough?
Actually, I was a bit skeptical in choosing the
Delhi, Gurgaon.
northern part of India, especially because I was not exposed outside of my state, especially.
Hmm. Hmm.
I never
Hmm.
went outside of my state.
Hmm.
It was a tough decision to make at the first place. I was worried about the food, as you told, and the lifestyle and everything, especially the language. I don't
Hmm.
know how I am going to be compatible with the language and stuff. But when I came here, one thing I made up that I should not expect the comfort zone. But after coming to GRMI, the life is not as tough as I imagined. It was so easy, and people are from diverse background, and it was easy for me to gel with them, and
Okay.
uh, and I chose PG, which is relatively use South Indian food also. So, and I have accustomed to the North food also. So
So it was okay.
It is a smooth sail.
Okay, so I went to business school in Pune to Symbiosis, and I remember that the biggest grip my classmates had was the khana and the stay. They didn't have trouble with studying or like the hectic schedule, even the internships. But the biggest sort of stress activity was that. So which is why I asked you. Okay, so who wants to go next?
Okay, ma'am, I would like to introduce myself. Ma'am, my name is Manu Sharma. I'm the lawyer.
You're the lawyer. I mistakenly called him the lawyer. So you're the double jeopardy one, the one who's going to be a lawyer and a risk management expert. That sounds fully double jeopardy, right?
No, I don't think it's a double jeopardy. But yeah. So I completed my LLB during the COVID times. So the courts were not working at their full capacity. So then I went for my master's also in law. So I am LLM also.
Okay.
Then I came back, I joined courts, but at that time also the remunerations and all those things and timings, the workload, all those things were not proportionate. So I decided to decided to choose a different career. So I talked with some of my friends who are doing MBAs and all those things. So they suggested me that there's an institute, GRMI, and you should try that because as we all know, the MBA schools are struggling a bit.
Yeah, there are quite a lot of them also, no?
Yeah.
Quite a lot of MBAs also.
So that's how I got introduced to GRMI. And then I talked to a lot of alumni and they told me that it's a tough course and all those things. So from being a non-commerce background, I thought, yeah, maybe I may need to put in a little bit of more effort. But when I came here, I didn't find it that difficult also. And especially Subhashi sir, he made the entire journey a fun journey. So the life at GRMI is good.
Works out.
So far,
I also remember one of the previous batch people mentioning that you have some kind of a base course, so everyone is up to speed and you all are starting from the same kind of structure. Is that something you have?
Yes, ma'am. There was a bridge course where we were taught.
Bridge course, correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Accounting principles and all those things. So
okay. So that
we were on
helped.
the same page. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So irrespective of whatever background you came from, that formed a common bridge for all of you all.
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
That's the intent. All right. What about the ladies? Celeste, you want to go next?
Yeah. So my name is Celeste. So I'm born and brought up from Chhattisgarh, but my roots are from Kerala. I have completed my BCom honors from Aachal College, Bangalore. So my story is like little roller coaster. So my course was integrated with USCMA. So I have studied all the topics that comes under USCMA. So risk management was one of that. So yeah, but after my course, my father wanted me to do MBA, but I didn't wanted to do MBA because maximum people are doing MBA, and I just didn't find it right for myself. I wanted to explore little more and do something different. So like that, after that, when I started applying for foreign countries, colleges there, and then I got into Pace University in New York through my USCMA agency. So I got there, but then still I was not feeling right. So then out of nowhere, I felt that I want to do something in risk management because I was already attracted towards risk management while studying my USCMA course. So somehow I just went and searched PG diploma in risk management, and that's how like GRMI popped. And I just ended up here. I just spoke to my parents and I was like, you know what, just keep that Pace University aside. I feel I want to do this. This is right for me. And my parents were very supportive for this, and I was landed here.
Is this your first time away from home?
No, actually my home is in Chhattisgarh. So 3 years I was in Bangalore. Then I came here. So it's not a new thing for me to come. But still, like, Delhi is like very north, so in that way it was something new for me. But yeah, I'm enjoying like different people, different kinds of people from all the backgrounds. It's fun being here.
All right. So I'll give you my introduction, then we can go to the last person who's left. And so my name is Sampda Vaze, and I worked in Arthur Anderson with Shubhashish, which is how I know him. I went to business school in Pune. I went to Symbiosis, and I'm now in media. And I also have my own podcast. So so that's a little bit about me. I've had a couple of sessions with your alumni as well as your classmates. So we had two very interesting sessions where you had just come back from a trip. I think you all went on some mini trip or something like that. So I spoke to them. Then the second one had people from South India, and I was like, then one guy from Bihar, and I was like, litti chauka milta hai kya? And he's like, yaar, nahi milta hai yahan pe. And so it was interesting. I think the intent of this is Shubhashish wants the people who are potentially considering GRMI to first of all know that you all can come from different backgrounds. Secondly, what life here is like. Like I'm hearing some really interesting things, including your corporate internships. You all also do internships or have done already. And he mentioned that you all are quite close or already sitting for placements. Are you all already sitting for placements? All right, so we'll talk a little bit more about that. So, okay, you want to go with your introduction, and then we can just talk about whatever we feel like about GRMI.
Sure. So, hi everyone. Am I audible?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I am Aditi. I am originally from Haryana, but I did my schooling and college everything from Delhi itself. I am a BCom honors graduate from Delhi University. Post that, I was looking for MBA. Like as Aachal mentioned, the story is somewhat similar. So I got into some of the colleges, tier 3 colleges basically, and I was not very sure, of investing my time and money into it. So I did some research. I talked to alumni on LinkedIn, and many alumni. It was not just one or two alumni, but a list of people that I had a word with. Then I got to know that one of my family friend, the girl, she did her whole PG diploma from GRMI last year only. So I got to know about her, and I had a word with regarding what GRMI is, how the course is like, and whether I can manage everything from Delhi, because I do not stay in PG.
Okay.
So that was the confusion that I had initially. But even she managed her entire course, and now she's doing her job. So that was a motivation for me that I can manage it from home also. And even Manu is also doing the same. So few of us are coming here daily, traveling for 4 hours. But yeah,
4 hours?
Yeah, so that was a challenge initially. I took PG also. Where I took PG, but the food and everything was like I cannot just do that. So it's better for me to manage and travel, but the food part is something I cannot compromise on. So it's something, the realization that I had the comfort of home over PG. So yeah, it's like just one more month. I think we have our classes, and then it was a tough journey, but yeah, it was good. The faculty here and the people here are very supportive, so it was easy.
All right. So what is it? Is it the last month of your batch, and are you guys already sitting for placements?
It might be the last month. Like our course might go till May first week, but not more than that. So we are considering it as the last month only. April would be the last month, probably.
Okay. And what is the atmosphere like if placements are on? Are you guys okay? Are you all stressed?
It's a stressful environment is already there. Everyone is worried. So some of us are like very constrained, like we want in Delhi NCR, and some of people are like Bangalore, some South Indian like Celeste and Sesha. So they are like, we want in Bangalore, and some of us are like, we want in Delhi, Gurgaon, Noida. So that debate is ongoing, and let's see what happens.
Okay. Well, my advice is don't be so particular about the location. Just think that usually when you all are students, you all have no money. At least me and my batchmates had no money when we were studying. And then when you're suddenly joining the corporate, you suddenly feel you have so much of money. It may not be that much, but you feel, you're earning. Achha, theek hai, you can afford this, afford that. You can afford to go back home more often. So that's one thing. And secondly, the organizations that come in, obviously you all know that, they come in with specific requirements. I was in HR, which is why I'm telling you this. They come in with specific requirements based upon location, right? 9 times out of 10. So I think early on in your career, especially when they see that acha theek hai, single person, people with families normally have constraints. So then they come in, okay, we already have one vacancy here, you're from somewhere else, but see if this fits in for you. So you all should keep an open mind about that.
Right.
And how has it been at GRMI? Did you guys come in with some apprehensions, but you all ended up making friends? And how has the whole journey been? Like when you all came in, all of you are from different places, different backgrounds. So were you all like a little scared, a little apprehensive? And then you all made friends. Like what was the journey like? Anyone?
Yeah, so initially when I came here, I heard a lot. The course is hectic. No doubt, it is very hectic. We have classes till late. We had classes till 8, 9, or even 10 p.m. recently. We had an interview prep going on. So it is true that the course is hectic, but it's very fruitful. If you're investing your time, I don't think you're losing on something. So it's up to the individual, but I won't deny the fact that people initially, so the known that I had from GRMI, she mentioned that we have classes and the entire course would take a lot of time, and we have exams, assignments, everything in parallel. I think it's a good choice to make, and you're not going to regret that. That's my perspective.
All right. And how is it for those who are not from North? Like did you guys come in with some apprehensions ki kaise hoga, kya hoga, and how was the whole journey over 1 year? However long your course was. What is the journey?
Yeah, actually, since I am from South, I have this lot of apprehension with respect to food and language and etc. And always, I have this inferiority complex. I was always nurtured in a very protective environment. So coming out of that environment was a challenging task for me. And then the greatest apprehension again was with respect to the course itself, because this needs the base of accounting. So I am basically from IT background.
Okay.
Post that I worked in a banking sector. I was never exposed to the accounting concepts and stuff. So I was a bit fear about those things. But when I joined GRMI, they had this bridge course. So bridge course is basically, I would say, the bridge between what we have done and what the GRMI is going to do. So this bridge course actually was triggering part in my life, and I invested a lot of nights preparing for accounts papers, and because of that I kind of scored well also. So that is the part I broke my fear with respect to accounts and stuff. And basically after that everything fell in place, because once you invest in the process in GRMI, especially the faculties, they are state-of-art faculties, which ma'am, Sesha, James, everyone is from industry. They have years of experience also. So from their teachings and what I do go back to PG, it means a lot. And then since I invested in this process, it was like a smooth sail over from the bridge until today. Now I broke a lot of fear. There are a lot of presentations also, which we did. It broke my stage fear. This is one of the most important things, takeaways I get from GRMI. It also built my personality. The inferiority complex which I said, I always had this. I broke that inferiority complex by easily colliding with people here, having converse in English and stuff. And technically, now I feel like a confident man who will be able to withstand in any part of a corporate. So that's my...
Okay. Yeah, that's really nice to hear. That's nice to hear. I also hear a lot about your faculty. I heard about one fun faculty who performed to Kala Chashma. I think he was your international faculty. So tell me a little bit more about your regular faculty and your visiting faculty. Which ones are your favorites, or which ones you like, or any memorable instances with the faculty?
It is not like choosing which faculty is good, because it is like choosing which is more important to us. And most importantly, the visiting faculties also, they are not a faculty alone, they are working in different industry, and that's the best part.
Okay.
Other than teaching the subjects, they teach us the industry, what is happening in the industry, what it would be like applying the concept.
Give me an example of the industries. Is it mostly accounting, banking, or is it different industries?
I would say different industries. One example I would say is one of the faculties who came and taught us with regards to this change management process, how the change management process is applied in the industries, how not following the change management will cause a big headache to the industry. So it was like a practical explanation of the process and the industry combining. So it won't be the same case if I study in other MBA or other colleges, because those faculties will be full-time faculty.
Yeah,
They
they're
won't have
dedicated
that
faculty.
integration with the industry. That's where
Correct.
GRMI, I feel like it is different from other colleges.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's a really interesting point. You mentioned that they are not just faculty who's teaching; they're also faculty who are working. So they are in touch with perhaps what's happening and not necessarily only textbook stuff, right? And I
Yes.
think that's important because you all are the first risk management institute, if I'm correct. So I think it's all the more. What about you, Aachal? You have any favorite faculty, subject, someone you remember, or some lesson, session, lecture you remember?
Sorry, 1 second. So my favorite faculty has to be Manu ma'am. Might be debatable, but we already had some apprehensions about her. We had some preconceived notions about her that she's very strict. She is very particular about her things in class. But to the other side, I feel that made her classes very interesting as well, because I felt that in her classes, my attention span, my capability to grasp things, to grasp such new concepts, because I was from science background, and learning concepts like finance was such a big thing for me. And beforehand only, beforehand I was very attentive in the class, because I knew that I'll have to go an extra mile to understand these concepts. And she made it very easy for me, and I definitely scored really well in her subjects as well. So she made the classes very interesting, keeping in mind that there are people from varied backgrounds. So she kept in mind that I will have to cater everyone's questions. So yeah, I mean, she has to be my favorite faculty, and I will always be grateful for her for making concepts like finance doable for me. So yeah.
Okay. I think I'm also seeing that, I don't know if that's true, y'all can tell me. Y'all have such varied backgrounds. Do y'all also end up learning from each other sometimes? That, your perspective, because you come from a banking background, might be completely different from someone who comes from a law, legal background, or someone who comes from a science background. Do you find that helps as well, learning from each other?
Definitely, 100%. So talking about the bridge program, it had subjects like finance, accounts, economics, which was really alien to me. So during that time, I remember that there were people from from commerce background, from people who have already experience in audit also. So those people really helped me day and night. I'm not even kidding, day and night to get through those subjects. So I would definitely say yes to this question, that having people here from different backgrounds really helps, because and it's not even like that they won't help you. They'll just be they'll just be concerned about their studies, but they'll also take an extra mile to help you, sit with you, make you understand the concepts, and so yeah, that's really a plus here.
That is. So Celeste, right? Celeste, can any one of you help me out with? I believe GRMI also helps you prep for the placements. Like you all have mock placement kind of thing. So just run me through that. Like what kind of prep do you guys do? How do they help you? So how does that work?
Okay, so when company come for one particular domain, like maybe ERM or internal auditing or things like that. So Subhashish sir especially, he'll help us understand the concepts, and he'll give us some example questions which can come, and then he will explain us how to answer that. And he'll keep us keep all of us motivated, that we'll be confident enough, because it will be our first time. Many of us, including me, we are freshers. So we are like really very scared about. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hmm.
we maximum of us are like really scared sitting for companies.
I think you've.
So Subhashit sir has been like Aditi also mentioned that we were having classes till 10 p.m. So sir,
Okay. What happened? Okay, you're back.
yeah,
All right.
I think some network issue.
All right.
I was audible.
Did I hear a dog barking right now? Does one of you have a dog? I think I heard a dog barking somewhere. No? Okay, go on, Celeste. You were in the middle of explaining the whole this thing.
Yeah, so I was saying that Subhashis have been there with us. So now that companies are coming and some of us are shortlisted for companies for interviews. So we are like, we were really scared. So Subhashis he's sitting with us and he's, answering our question. Like he answer like one on one. And he's very patient, even if like we text him at night and we are like, so we are scared. So he'll be very patient. He'll make us calm down, and he's like, you can just do it, give your best, and then also he'll answer all our questions, all our queries. Additionally, he will help us, he will sit with us, and he will tell us what all questions can come and how you can answer them, and what all, like, he will make us understand the perspective of the interviewer. So that's very helpful for us because, as I said, most of us are freshers, so we are very, very scared. But but it's very helpful when there's someone who is so senior, who is like motivating, and he is there for us whenever we need him. So it's very helpful.
Right. I think what you all should remember for interviews is that, I mean, they're just human beings sitting on the other side with just a couple of years more experience. That's all there is. There isn't anything more. And also, they are aware that you all are freshers, so they're not. And they also are. There's one more thing I'll tell you. Since, like I said, I'm from HR, they hire people for a mix of your skill and your personality as well. It's not just they're just looking at marks, or they're just looking at your background. They also see your adaptability, how you'll fit in. So just be comfortable. The more comfortable you guys are, the better it is, and the more the real self will come out. So I think just remember that. And in terms of your technical base, you're anyway getting a solid technical base, so it should be fine. It's I know it seems like a big deal. It's not that big a deal. A couple of years back, you look back at this and you all will be like, "Arey, remember how scared we were, and look at us now." So yeah, it's all good. I also heard that your batch has gifted a coffee machine to GRMI. Is that true? But after a lot of effort.
With the right person talking about it, because Aachal was very, 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 she badly wanted coffee, and she was up for that behind Subhashi sir and Jayan sir, writing mails and everything that we want coffee machine, and finally we got it. So Aachal, it's better if you talk about it.
Yeah, that was so. Aachal, make sure you put like one nameplate there saying gifted by batch of your batch, so everybody remembers for the next 5 years कि किसने दिया coffee machine.
No, that's a really good idea. I will
Yeah.
definitely do this.
Do it. Don't just gift
Definitely.
it. Make sure like every time someone gives, like you see on park benches, donated by Mrs. So and so, whatever. Make
Not
sure you
good.
put that on the this thing.
This was a very funny incident. We came here, it had just been a week, and we were looking for the coffee machine. We saw on the first floor that it had a coffee machine, which made us think that why don't we have it? So we were just 1 week in, and we mailed a proper mail. We sent to Jayan sir saying that we need a coffee machine.
Like a formal
Like a formal email, and we put a poll on a WhatsApp group saying that we are putting this mail. So can we have it from the whole batch? Like, can we
But
put
was coffee and chai के बीच में झगड़ा नहीं हुआ? Because that's again a north south thing कि चाय चाहिए, coffee चाहिए, क्या
I think
चाहिए.
we did not consider it.
हाय,
But we still have
that's
it.
very bad. But चलो ठीक है.
So we put this poll that can we have this? Can we put it from the batch? Like, can we have it saying from the batch? So everyone was like, okay. So we put this mail that we need a coffee machine and it's from behalf of whole of the batch. So after months of asking sir, आगे coffee machine कब आएगी sir? हम जाने वाले हैं sir. So after having these conversations back and forth, we got it in Feb. And yeah, the day we got it, I think everyone would have had 5 cups each. So yeah, it was really it was an anecdote that I think all of us would remember.
They all are going to remember. And like, did you all have any kind of apart from this trip that you all went on, are there also things that the institute organizes to get you all to kind of assimilate better, whether it's at the beginning or during the course or something like that?
Yeah, so we are about to have a freshers, like we are about to give freshers to the batch of January 2025. And we also had our freshers. So yeah, freshers really help you get to know about your batchmates, your senior batch, as well as the faculty that is here during the freshers. It is like the biggest icebreaker that we have here. And post that we have parties amongst us, and we also have parties on events like Holi, Christmas, and we have had Ganesh Chaturthi event wherein we had a 3-day long event wherein we did puja, we had dole event, so it was really nice. And I think people here and our batch especially is always very enthused about parties. I don't think there are times when we have to convince people to come. This time we just have to put a poll and everyone is all ready to come in. And so yeah, that's really nice.
Okay, nice. And is yours, how large is your batch normally? How large is your batch at GRMI?
49 people, 49. So 39. 49, so it's one of the largest batch here.
Okay, so is that an average batch size, 40 to 50?
I think average batch size would be 35.
Okay.
And our batch is 49, so yeah,
okay,
it's large enough.
So the only thing I haven't discussed with your classmates previously, which maybe you guys can enlighten me, what is your admission procedure? A lot of you mentioned that you all spoke to alumni before you all applied, so you all got some comfort as to what is there, whether you all can cope. So what was the admission procedure like, and how did it go? Anybody?
So I applied through online GRMI website. I gave basic details like my name and everything. And in that they asked to write some 100 to 200 lines with regards to some topic. And post which I submitted it. And after that, 2 to 3 days after that, one guy got in touch with me on the GRMI side, and he told that there will be he actually guided me how the process is going to be going forward, and they scheduled interview, first level of interview. I think this is Jain sir, and then I got into interview. In the interview, he asked about the basics about risk management. And then he gave some topics, what is the risk in the FMCG sector, what is the risk of cloud kitchens. So these were all, some of the questions which were asked in the interview. And the interview went on almost for 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Post which, again, the guy who was one point contact, he told that this interview is over and he will be notified based on this interview. And after 1 or 2 days, I got another call from him saying that you'll have another set of interview with the board, Chetan sir. So I then he interviewed me for the second time. It was more of a HR like interview, like why do you want to choose this? Your background was IT. Now you are in banking sector, but you want to do this. What is the crux behind joining this GRMI? So it was mostly about HR. And post which, 2 to 3 days later, then the guy called me that you are selected, and they issued an offer letter. So the entire process was smooth. Once you give your details in the GRMI website. There will be a person who will be contacting you until the end.
Okay.
So it was smooth.
Okay, nice. So before we kind of, now this is, it's going to go up on the YouTube channel of GRMI, right? So before we end, I just want each one of you to say a line, like if someone's looking at risk management as a career, right? Why should they be looking at risk management as a career? And like maybe one line about what your experience has been. Anything to someone looking, at let's say how you guys were 1 year ago, you all were still contemplating, ye kare, nahi kare, kya kare. So advice to someone a year younger.
I think I cannot sum it up in one line for sure. But I
Go for
would,
it. Go for more.
yeah, I would like to say that risk management or into the audit line, I think it is something that would not go out of line because it is something that I feel AI cannot take over, which is the biggest fear right now. And I feel you'll always need risk professionals like us for doing the audit job. So if you want something that would keep you in the corporate for a longer time and keep you ahead of your competitors who did the ordinary MBA, I would really suggest PGDRM. It also has a duration which is 1 year, which is something that people would prefer over a 2 year long MBA. The investment is also half of what the usual MBA colleges have to offer them, and the ROI here is better than the tier 2 colleges of MBA. So I would definitely say that PGDRM is a great choice, and the change that it brought to me or the people here, most of the people here, I feel like what Sesh said, that the confidence that you get here, the confidence that you build here, is something that would stay with you for your life, and the real life experiences which you get to learn from your teachers who have experience of the corporate. So that will stay with you. That will help you get through your interviews, help you in your corporate life as well, because you get to learn real life case studies, real life their real life anecdotes which they get to experience in their audit careers. So that is something I think no MBA colleges can offer to you. I'm not drawing a line or drawing a comparison.
No,
But I think it is something that comes to everyone's mind who come here. So it's important to put this out. So I think PGDRM is a great choice, and I can give my words that no one who's coming here would regret it. So yeah, that is what I have to say.
No, it's great. We wanted to anyway hear about your personal experiences and opinions, right? So that's absolutely cool. Aditi, you want to go next? Anything you want to say to anyone looking at risk management as a career?
Okay, so the biggest change that this place has brought for me at least is I am very good at multitasking now. So, we have exams on one day, we have PPTs on one day, and then we are planning to go to party the same day. So it's like the whole day is packed and still you are happy, you're enjoying that. So I think that is the biggest change that GRMI has brought into my life. And why studying risk management is because I think this field is very dynamic. You don't do the same work throughout the years. So, 2 years you do IA, then you switch into ERM and then TPRM. So there are multiple fields, multiple options that get open for you. It's not just, you will be doing a particular job or a particular role for the entire life that you're planning to spend on the corporate job, but the number of options that you will have probably, and it will be your choice to switch between the options as per your interest. So I think it's very dynamic, and the regular MBA degree, because we do the specialization in finance, HR, marketing, so there might be many options, but I feel when we look for the future and as Aachal mentioned, for the AI, so I think this will definitely give you an edge over the traditional MBAs that are being offered in the country for the tier 2 colleges at least.
All right. That's interesting. So Manu, what did GRMI teach you that you didn't learn in law school?
So GRMI has a lot of depth in their content actually. So they're not conceptual knowledge. You actually know how a business runs, what are the risks, how are the top executives and the auditors manage the risks of a company. So for me, it's more like the depth of the knowledge that matters. Also, how I see GRMI is that it's a very close-knit community. So as we talked about, our batch is only 49, but we know each other so well that no matter wherever we go, we'll keep in touch. So that's also a human part of the thing. So that's why I would say that please come to GRMI, because you can have knowledge, you can have everything, but the kind of people, the connects that you'll make here, I think it's hard to get out of this place. So that's my addition.
Nice. And Shesh, tell us, what did you learn here that you haven't learned when you were working? Or let's say what extra you learned, because you already have work ex, right? And you have worked in the corporate sector. So what more did you learn at GRMI?
The more important learning part is, before this, I was almost like a jack of all trades. Especially when I was preparing for UPSC, I was preparing everything. So the main point in coming to GRMI is I want to master something. So I want to master the risk management. As Manu Sharma told, it gave the in-depth knowledge about risk and everything. So I got the confidence and the self-motivation that wherever I go, I'll be able to crack and excel well in the outside world. That the confidence and the fear in me broke out. I don't know if I would have done the same interaction 1 year back, facing the camera, because I had a lot of fear speaking out. Especially, I don't know whether I would speak the right language and a lot of stuff. But now I broke a lot of stuff, and I am a better person coming into GRMI. And with respect to why risk management, I feel like risk management is still an underrated sector, and especially after the post-COVID volatile situation, the need for risk management is evolving, and especially down south, the knowledge with respect to risk management is even less. Whenever I see I am aspiring to become an internal auditor, they are asking me, did you do CA? This is the kind of knowledge they still have. I feel like a lot of students from south also should try to crack this, because this is one area where which will fetch you higher up the ladder in the corporates, because risk managers are the futures who are going to drive the company's direction. So, and if you choose the GRMI, this is the right it will steer you in the right direction with the confidence, with the personality you need with respect to working in corporates. Thank you.
Nice. You mentioned COVID. I think that's the biggest example, right? Like, it's the kind of thing that happened which nobody in the world could have ever imagined, that the world stopped for like a year or two. So many businesses closed down, whether it's hospitality or airlines or so many other businesses, right? And the work from home which started has still not stopped. People are still complaining about going back to work. Like, it changed the world, literally. So, Celeste, do you want to sum up for us, what you have to say?
Celeste with a story, like you always do.
Oh, okay. You're the storyteller. Okay, okay. Story.
So actually, Aachal, Aditi, Manu, Sesha, everyone, like, they gave a gist of everything. I would like to add that after coming to GRMI, so I am the CR of the class. So I would say initially I was underconfident as to, to mingle with people. I was more into introvertism. But then I understood that it's very important to talk to people, to communicate, because you should know how to talk to them, and then you have to manage. And when you are going to start your professional career, then it's very important to talk to people and to mingle with people, and not only professional but also for your personal life. So it's very important. So being in GRMI, it helped me a lot to grow my leadership qualities, and also it taught me how to talk to people and how to manage people, because if you see from out, 49 looks very small, but it's very difficult to manage everyone, because we all are adults and we all have our own opinion. So everyone has their own opinion, and there if you have to stand in front of them and make your points, it becomes kind of difficult. So I have understood how to make people, like how to make adults understand my point. So it helped me a lot in that way. And also, like, we have different clubs in GRMI. So apart from just studying, we also organize events. I'm in CSR club. So I have organized various events like cancer awareness, which was mainly focused on cervical cancer, and also donation drive and blood donation drive, where we all students come together. And it's like not only about the club, but we all, everyone, whoever is not even in the club, they will also come together, and they'll help us to do this. So it also develops your personality. It's not only about studying, or it's not only about uh, the curriculum part, it's also about how you grow as a person. So if I see myself 10 months ago, I was like a very introvert and shy person who couldn't speak in front of lot of people, or who had stage fear. But after coming here, organizing events and organizing parties, I have organized Christmas parties, planned everything. So as Aditi said, multitasking is one of that. Like, we were having classes, and while having classes, we get like 10 minutes break. In that 10 minutes break, I'm going and organizing, decorating, talking to vendors. So it's like we are learning here by doing stuff. So like talking in NGOs, and also like we had one EFMD event here. So that also we organize, we students organize. So it's like students are doing all the work. So we are learning by doing everything, which is a very huge, because that's how our personality is being developed. So that is all about GRMI, and that's the best thing I feel, because curriculum is like, it is good. Like, everyone spoke about it. It is obviously good, but the things that come additionally, the personality development and event organization, I believe that's the uh, cherry on the top cake.
All right.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
will be
that's
the
nice. Yeah, that's nice. It's also good to hear about your giving back to the world, giving back to society initiatives. You mentioned firstly there are these medical awareness initiatives like cervical cancer awareness. You did also the blood donation drive. It's nice because it forms a base. You all will remember that, okay, this is what we did, and then probably as you go on, you do that. So it was really nice chatting with all of you, and all the very best. You all are sitting for placements. Stay calm. That's the best advice I can give you, and all the very best. I think this chat went off really well, and thank you, guys.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you. It
you.
was nice talking to you.
Thank you.